Hey guys, and welcome to the video. So it's really common to be really good with your diet during the week, and then the weekend comes around and you fall off the wagon. Your diet fails, something goes wrong. So why is this? In this video, I'm going to be explaining why and how to fix it. And before we start, later on in the video, I'm going to be giving you the chance to join my free Facebook group just for women, where I do weekly training videos on weight loss and emotional eating. And I delve into more topics like this in more detail to help you reach your goal. So if you'd like to join that, stick around until the end where I'll be explaining it. But for now, let's get into the video. So I'm going to be going through 9 different reasons. And the first reason is that your weekday has more structure than your weekend. So when you are following some kind of complex plan, which requires a lot of thinking and counting and weighing, things like that, when the weekend comes around, it's just more difficult to do that. And so that structure of the week helps you kind of fit in things, but on the weekend, things are different. So it's just harder to do. So that is reason number 1. The next one is that you are operating from a black and white mindset. So what do I mean by that? So black and white mindset is basically on the diet or off the diet, and there's no in between. So when the weekend comes around and it is hectic and unpredictable, when you can't be perfect, you do nothing. And so this is what makes you fail with your diet on the weekend. There's no in between, and you don't have that grey mindset of I will do the best I can in the moment, because 90%, 80%, 70% is better than nothing. But operating from this black and white mindset, I can't be perfect, so I'll just have the weekend off and start again on Monday, is one of the reasons your diet fails. The next reason is that when you make a bad choice or you feel that you've eaten something bad or not on your plan, you feel that you've ruined your diet. So it comes back to that black and white mindset of, oh, I can't be perfect, so I'm just not going to do it today. And this is another reason why your diet fails on the weekend. That black and white mindset and feeling like you've done something wrong and then just throwing the towel in for the rest of the days until you can start again and be perfect on Monday with all your structure. So all these things link in. The next reason is that you are restricting yourself too much during the week, either with the amount of food or foods that you enjoy, not eating enough of the foods that you enjoy. So trying to be 100% good. So when the weekend comes around, you feel deprived and you feel that you're not getting enough out of your food. So you feel like you want to indulge and have something, and then you kind of have something, and because of the pressure over the week that's built up of restricting so much of the food, you often emotionally eat and your diet goes out the window. So this is another reason that your diet fails on the weekend. The next reason is that you are not meeting your emotional needs for things like fun, excitement, variety, human connection. So it's very common when dieting to stop going out so much with friends, and you feel that void there, you feel there's something missing. So when the weekend comes around, because there's something missing there, you feel that you'd rather be overweight in the moment and go out and enjoy yourself than deprive yourself. And this is a normal thing because you need to meet these needs. So rather than not meet these needs, you need to meet them in different ways. So how can you get more fun into your life? How can you get more excitement? How can you get more variety? How can you get more human connection? So through activities and hobbies. So you need to meet these needs, otherwise you will feel that deprivation and that void which draws you to go and return to your previous habits around going out too much. And there's nothing wrong with that, but if you have a goal to lose weight, then it's not going to be successful. So this is another reason that your diet fails on the weekend. The next reason is that you've been using willpower to get you through the week. And willpower is tiring. It's a conscious effort. It's like studying the whole time. And so no wonder by the weekend, you need a break because you've been putting all this effort in and you are tired. So willpower should never be used to get you through the week. A lot of people say, my willpower's run out. No wonder, it's not meant to last that long. Some people are super resilient and maybe you can last 2 or 3 weeks, but it's always going to come to that point where you need a rest. So you have the weekend off and your diet fails on the weekend. So you can't use willpower. And I've talked about this in previous videos. So I'll post a video up there somewhere which explains this in more detail. The next reason your method of dieting, maybe weighing food, counting calories, counting points, counting sins, cutting out foods, is stressful and completely unnecessary. And by the end of the week, it tips you over the edge of maybe your already stressful week and you need to have a break. You can't take it anymore. So that's another reason that your diet fails on the weekend. So you need a way of incorporating food and diet structure into your life which is not so stressful, it's simpler. Otherwise, this will always happen. This build-up of pressure over the week will probably make you binge on the weekend. So I've explained this in other videos as well, so I'll put the video up there. But by the end of the week, if you have been restricting yourself and putting a lot of conscious effort into your diet, then it often does end up in emotional eating on the weekend. And this probably does resonate with you. So let me know in the comments if you've experienced this, putting a lot of effort into the diet during the weekdays, and then the weekend comes around and you're not quite sure why. Maybe you just have one of something or a little bit of something and you end up overindulging and binging on that food. So let me know down there below. The next reason is that you're operating from a place of need and desperation. So you don't like yourself and you don't feel worthy. So you need to lose that weight and you need to be getting results every week to feel enough. The problem with that is if your motivation is attached to constantly seeing results, then it's constantly gonna waver. So when the weekend comes around and you put a lot of effort in and maybe you weigh yourself and you don't see the number you want to see, your motivation goes through the floor. And then what do? You say, well, I put all this effort in and I'm not getting results. I'm not enjoying myself anyway, so I may as well just go out and spend some time with my friends and enjoy myself with food this weekend. I'll start again on Monday. And so attaching your motivation to results is not a good idea because you're never going to constantly see progress week to week in a linear fashion for various reasons. And one of the big reasons is that the scale shows weight change, not fat loss. So maybe you have made progress, but water retention is masking your results. And what happens when you see a number that you don't want to see? It changes the way you feel. You feel those negative emotions. You go into that negative spiral and it changes the way you act. Like I said, you come to the end of the week and you think, oh, I put all this effort in, didn't get any results, not enjoying myself, I'm depriving myself. I may as well just enjoy myself anyway because it's not going to make any difference. So that's another reason that your diet fails on the weekend. And the last reason is that you have unrealistic expectations. Firstly, maybe in the amount of weight that you're expecting to lose each week. And also, like I said in the last one, constantly losing weight and seeing the numbers on the scale change. It's not always going to change. And also, maybe there's a conflict between what you want of, maybe you want to be a bikini model, have a bikini model body, but also party every weekend. And that is just an unrealistic expectation if you have fat loss as a goal, right? And like I said previously as well, you don't need to feel deprived if you're not going out so much because it's about these emotional needs. You need to meet your needs for fun, excitement, variety, human connection, etc. So ask yourself, how can you do this in different ways? How can I have fun? How can I have more excitement? How can I have more variety? How can I get more connection? And so there's no void here. So when you transition from maybe a really heavy lifestyle of going out a lot and you have fat loss as your goal, you're still feeling fulfilled because you're replacing these emotional needs. That's the big point there. You need to meet them with something else. Otherwise, what a lot of people do. They're sitting at home and just feeling deprived. And by the end of the week, they're just like, oh yeah, I feel this void, there's something wrong. I want to go out. And that's why. And that's one of the reasons that your diet fails on the weekend. So that is it. And at the beginning of the video, I mentioned about my free weight loss group for women. That is down there below. In this group, I do weekly trainings on emotional eating, how to solve emotional eating. And I go into more depth around topics like this one today. So if you'd like to join that, the link is down there below. And like if you haven't done already, subscribe if you haven't done already, and I'll see you in the next video.